Hey guys, this is Dean, and I'm standing in front of a construction zone here because that construction zone kind of reminds me of the surface of the moon, you know, kind of rocky and dusty, and you can see the dirt flying into the air as the machines move across that surface. And why am I in front of a construction zone? Because I've been fascinated by all this talk about Apollo 11 and the mission to the moon. You know, we've been talking about the 50th anniversary, and I've watched shows, I've listened to podcasts, I've talked with friends, I've just been fascinated by it. And one of the things that I've learned in all of those things I've learned about that mission was that one of the things that was critical to that mission was weight. And did you know that the lunar module probably would have collapsed if it had landed on Earth? They only made it strong enough to handle the moon's gravity, which meant that the legs were really lightweight. And it would handle the moon's gravity, but it wouldn't handle the Earth's gravity. If you go to the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum, you'll see that the legs have been replaced by stronger legs so that it'll hold it up there in the middle of the museum. You know, there were more direct ways to the moon, you know, as far as in a line, but they couldn't take those ways because of weight. They had to cut weight, and it had to be complex. They didn't have a choice but to design it to be complex. It was all about weight. They had to make it complex to keep the weight down. But here's the thing. Being complex was okay. Making the mission more technical worked because skill doesn't weigh anything. Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins, the three guys on that mission, they were smart men with a ton of intellect and knowledge and skill and talent. And those things don't weigh anything, so they were able to take those things along, and that's how they made it successful. Not by overpowering nature, but by being smarter than nature. And it made me think about this. You know, we live in a world where there are a million things that weigh us down, right? Or at least that's what we like to tell ourselves. Like, I need to fit a run into my busy day. Where am I going to fit that in? That thought just kind of weighs me down sometimes. Or when am I going to find time to mow my lawn, right? That thought weighs me down. Or more seriously, you know, if I have a mother that has cancer, and that thought can weigh me down, right? Do you have things that weigh you down and thoughts that weigh you down? Do you have things that you carry with you that you feel like are heavy? You have a problem at work, or maybe a relationship that seems to be falling apart, or maybe you're just trying to get the miles in that you want to train for the next race. Or maybe it's more serious. Maybe it's a disease or a loved one who is struggling. But think about this. Don't we serve a God who can handle all of those things for us? They weigh heavily on us until we give them to Him. The truth is that problems can weigh heavily on us, but they really don't weigh anything. God tells us that all things work together for good for those who love the Lord. And it doesn't mean that things are going to be easy and hunky-dory all the time, but it does mean that we can hand the weight over to Him, and He will gladly bear it. What weight are you carrying that you could hand over to God today? Hand it over to Him and feel your burden lifted. Just some thoughts. A couple of things coming up. Don't forget about the Instructor Summit. It is coming up in December. If you're an instructor and you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and get signed up. We are so looking forward to seeing you there. We have had folks signing up, and we're so excited that the ones that have signed up are going to be there. You know who you are. But we want to have a big crowd there, so keep it up. Sign up if you're thinking about it, and come on down and join us. Also, if you haven't signed up for the Instructor Summit because you're not an instructor, what are you waiting for? If you're watching this video, there's a good chance that you're a good candidate to become an instructor. So why don't you just go ahead and pull the trigger and become an instructor, organize a class at your church, and then you can sign up for the Instructor Summit as well. We would love to see you. Anyway, we love what you do for us. We love the way that you support Run for God. Now go out there and shine your light.